Hey, good morning, everyone. We'll start the session in few minutes. Hey, good morning, everyone. Yeah. So this is a Scrum Master training. I myself, Sai, I will be uh, t- taking you into this particular training sessions for this 15 days. Yesterday was the first demo, and we have the second demo today. And the third session is going to be on Monday, which will be for the registered participants only. For any information with the Logic Labs on this particular thing, you can contact on their numbers given in the screen. And once you register, you will have all the things, decision recordings, material, everything, you will be getting through the LMS of these Logic Labs. They are available in the support for 9 to 7. And you have the social media, their presence can be found at anywhere. Okay, give me a minute. So in this yesterday's session, we have talked about why the you know what are the roles that you can expect after getting working as a Scrum Master, the career growth, the two types of certifications that we have, the PSM1 and the CSM. PSM is from Scrum.org and the CSM is from Scrum Alliance. Uh, as I may mention, the differences. PSM1 is once you are done uh, with the certification, there is no need to again go for renew it for every 2 to 3 years. Whereas CSM, you need to renew it every 2 to 3 days, 3 years. And of course, everything is an open book. Okay. So even from a non-IT background, like you can switch over, like if you are very much interested in the people process and how you deal with the projects and all. So it's not only that. I mean, you feel very, um, a type of, not monotonous, but every day, like it's going to be something challenging for everyone. We also understood like why actually how the waterfall model, which was used previously, had certain drawbacks, and why we are shifting towards this particular agile methodologies for delivering the project. So where there we identified like time is one of the factor where it takes a lot of time to develop something. Uh, if you want to get the shippable product at the end, like it takes a lot of time and also so many months. So by that time, your competitors are going to be, very much in advance with respect to your product. So that's why, like, taking into drawbacks into consideration, I won't say like the waterfall model is a total failure one, because but there are very good projects that got developed with the waterfall. But taking the time into consideration, the ever-changing demands and the requirements, like agile seems to be a very good fit. So agile is a type of methodology. It's a way of approaching the software development. Okay, where you develop something in a very develop and try to release it very frequently, and so that you meet the changing requirements of the customer. Okay, so here, like in this session, we are going to cover on the Scrum part and info on the Kanban. Okay, the Scrum is going to be the main focus on this for us. So yesterday, like we were discussed till here, mm, and let's see, like actually, because it's a second day demo part, and before you get into this particular thing, you should know like what actually a Scrum Master does. There is a Scrum Master, and what his role in this particular Scrum. Okay, what he does and how you are going to fit in, whether you will be good fit in there, and what role that he has, so that we can switch over to this particular role. Okay, of course, like I can say, like it's going to be challenging and all, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. Okay, it's, I mean, up to the people how they take it. Okay, not going in detail with the history, because we anyhow cover from after in the third class, the next class. But just think like why how we got this particular word called Scrum. Okay, so this Scrum we got from the game called rugby. Okay, where Keiichi Nonaka. Okay, they compared this particular way delivering through with a game called rugby. Okay, so this is, if you know about the Scrum. So if you know about the rugby, like what they do is like they all the two opponents team will be fighting for one ball, and the ball will be passed back and forth. Okay, so it will be uh, making sure that the opponents don't go put the ball into their post. So they try to oppose that one. Okay, so the ball moves here and there. If if they do certain foul, if they make certain wrong in the game, okay, then the referees or the umpire or whoever, the referee and the umpire are going to come to you, and they are going to stop the game and ask you to restart the game once again. Okay, so this part of thing where you restart the game because if you made something wrong or you something has to be changed, that is called a scrummage, and from there the word scrum has come into picture. Okay, so the scrummage has its roots from the game called rugby, and the word scrummage is used for that, and from there we took the word scrum. Okay, so just have a history, like just to be aware of like how it got derived. Of course, there was a lot of things that happened right from 1993 to 2017, where we got the first uh, book called Scrum Guide. Okay, and who are responsible for that, and I will discuss later. But the thing is, like, it has its base from 1993, like that. Okay, fine. So, what actually a Scrum Master is going to do, if what you're going to do, if you are in the team if the Scrum Master is in the team. Now, the question here is this. So this Scrum Master role is not just limited to this. These are few of the things, but he has a wide role to play in the project. Okay. I think first one is like, he's a communicator. He should be a good communicator. He should communicate the related information back and forth from the management to the team. Okay, so he should be a good communicator. He's a facilitator. He should facilitate the events. He should facilitate the meetings. Okay, yeah. So what are that have been described in the Scrum Guide? He should be the person who should be doing all these type of facilitations. Okay, he should be a person who should coach the team on the agile principles. He should help them understand and help them to follow that. Okay, he should be a coach, not just a trainer. Okay, he should be a coach also. He should be self helping the team. He should be a team support. Okay, okay. He should support the team. So in the hour of need, like he should be there as a standing for them. Okay. Next, he should be the person who removes the blockers. What do you mean by blockers? Blockers or impediments. These are nothing but uh, activity that is stopping your work in between. Let us say like uh, you want to log into certain website, you want to log into Amazon, and but you are not able to log because in your IT team, to have this user ID and credentials, probably this has to be given by some Oracle team or some database team. Okay, and those people are not giving it. That is a blocker now. As a team member, you can't do it by yourself. As you need to inform these to your Scrum Master or your team lead, and that will be escalated later. The Scrum Master is going to help the team to remove this particular problem. He will mail to the team. He'll ask the team, the other team, the DB team, to give the access or to see like what the actual issue is, and then you will try to escalate those situations and work on it and try to get it resolved. So here you don't see any technology involved. You will be not worried about how to fix that. You will not give the solution to that. Someone else will work, and you will provide just a communication link between these two people. So you will be a person who removes the blockers on the board. Okay. Then you will be the person who will be reporting to the higher management on the progress of your project or on the work that the team is doing. You will also help them maintain the team tools which are used for the your Scrum. Jira is one of the tool which will be used here to track the progress. Okay, it's not that Jira. I mean, in our training, like we will use Jira itself, but you have a lot many other tools. But 90%, 80% to 90%, Jira is the one tool which is used widely. Okay, so we'll go through that also. Then he's the person who protects the team, of course. Who supports and he protects, and of course. So these all the roles are being, if you see like it's in general, like if you see these are very common uh, things which are doesn't require any technical knowledge to do it. Only way, like if you look into Jira, but Jira itself is also a very small, I mean, it's not a big thing to learn. You can easily learn it. Okay. So apart from that, okay, this is how the roles, I mean, the Scrum Master does. Okay. So let's go into the next, like what actually Scrum looks like and what it is all about. Okay. Let's go into things like there are few things in the Scrum. Okay. This session is mostly going to be on what the Scrum Master does in each and everything. Okay, because you have learned here learned something. Yeah, you will be learning something, right? And when you're going to the job role, like you need to do all those type of things, right? So there will be in the Scrum, uh, we have 5 events. Okay, so these 5 events, as a Scrum Master, you will be dealing with all these 5 events. You will be there helping the team to do these particular events. Okay. And you will make sure that every team member is following these things, the rules and regulations or whatever, as prescribed in the Scrum Guide. Okay. I'm mentioning this particular thing called Scrum Guide because that is a Bible for us or whatever. So that is one thing which we need to strictly adhere to. Okay, so all the rules which are prescribed in the Scrum Guide. In the next class, I will give you the link from where you need to download the Scrum Guide, and we will talk. We will go in detail on this particular Scrum Guide. Okay. So as prescribed in the Scrum Guide, we have 5 events. Those five events are, first we will go with the sprint planning. Okay, this is one of the event which lasts for 8 hours. Okay, now we will go in detail like what actually happens here and there. But the thing is, you should understand there is one thing which happens for 8 hours that is called as planning. Okay, because when you start the project, you should know like how many team members will be working on the project, how many tasks that you will be taking, who will be taking, what is the priority, and everything. The particular planning is going to be considered. Okay, that is called as sprint planning. No, no, what is sprint? We will talk about that. So the planning is something which happens. The sprint planning is something that happens, which happens for 8 hours. Okay, and this whole delivery is going to happen for 1 month. Okay, for a 1 month sprint. Okay, this is going to be for 8 hours. When I'm saying what is 1 month, I mean to say today, like I will start the work, and after 1 month, I will deliver the product or the feature of a product. Okay, that is called as the time duration for the whole thing to happen, right? So no, that is called as a sprint. Now, sprint is something which holds all these events. Okay, sprint is something which holds all the events. So we have five events. In that, the sprint is one container event which holds all these events. What do you mean by that? Let us give a smaller example. Like, so if you take winter, winter is a container event. What do you mean by that? In winter, you will have so many festivals, so many holidays, so many things. Like you have Christmas, you have New Year, you have so many other Indian or whatever, so different countries, different religious things that you have. So this is a container event which holds all these events. Okay. So you need to imagine that sprint is something which in that particular month, okay, so many events are going to happen. And the whole month, I can say that is a duration of 1 month, which is called as a sprint. Okay. Now, depending upon the customer's interest, depending upon his releases, we can cut shorten from 1 month to 2 weeks. Okay. So we will have 1 month or 4 weeks sprint or 2 weeks sprint. So there are 2 week sprint and 4 week sprint. You can also have 3 weeks. It all depends. Okay. But in general, we go with 2 weeks or 1 month. Okay. So that's better. So let us take 1 month sprint. In this 1 month sprint, okay, we have a 1 day 8 hours specifically allocated for planning. Okay. That is called as sprint planning. Now, in the sprint planning, what happens? In the sprint planning, we are going to work on what task team is going to take, how many team members will be present, who will be taking what is the priority. Okay, so all this of complexity thing, everything will be discussed in the sprint plan. So for 8 hours, they are going to do it. This is going to be on the day one of the sprint. Okay, so day one, it is going to be there. Next, another event that comes into picture is daily scrum. The daily scrum is something like a stand-up call where you, you and the scrum master or the team members. Okay, scrum master need not be there. We'll talk about the roles and the other things later. But daily Scrum is like a daily status update by the developers. So it is only for 15 minutes, not more than 15 minutes. If it extends beyond 15 minutes, they have to place a stop, hard stop there. Okay, they have to stop there itself. So 15 minutes is the time duration that, they should not extend. So this is the second event. The third event is once you do all the project related or product related work and all, and everything is okay and you are fun, you will showcase what you have done to your stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? The customers or the project management people or internal customers or external customers, whoever for you are working. Okay. So you will showcase the working part of the project, okay, to the stakeholders. Okay. So this is going to happen for 4 hours. Okay. Good. So we got the third event. The fourth event is on the last day of the sprint where everything is finished. It got released. It is in the production now. And now you are thinking like what happened well, what didn't go well, where we have to improve and all. Okay, that is called a retrospect. Okay. So this is one of the event, the last event in the sprint where you think about that. You try to take the feedbacks from the team members, from the PO or whoever it is, and we are going to work on it. And we are going to change those things for the next sprint and work accordingly. So this retrospective meeting is all about how to avoid the unnecessary things which happened in this particular sprint, and we should not reoccur in the next sprint. Okay. So these are four events, and the event which holds all this is called as a sprint. Now, if someone asks you like, okay, what is your sprint duration? You should say either 2 weeks or 4 weeks. Okay. So when your sprint planning happens on the day one of this, on the sprint planning happens on the day one of the sprint. Okay. Daily scrum every day. And review, yeah, last but one day the review happens. Okay. If it is uh, on the 14th day, won't happen on the 14th. But okay, if you say the 2 weeks, right, 14 days, then 30th day the review is going to happen for 4 hours. Okay, good. Then retrospective, it is going to happen the last day. So this is altogether 2 week sprint. Similarly, for the 4 week sprint, also same. Sprint planning on the day one, daily scrum 15 minutes. Review is going to happen on the last but one day, on the 28th day or 29th day. And 30th day, the retrospective is going to happen, and we will take the notes and we'll go for the next sprint. Good. Now, this is the structure of the events that happen in the Scrum. Okay, very good. You hope you got it. So, in general, also, like I would like to show here. So, it may look a different thing for you. I mean, you may not understand as of now, but okay. So, if you see here, it's something like a cycle type of thing which happens. You have planning meeting. Okay, or don't think about the backlog things and all. You have a planning meeting, then you have a daily scrum which happens every day, 20 for 24. Okay, then you have a review part, you have a retrospective part, and once you are completed, then you will get a product. Okay? So the persons who will be involved here are the development team, the persons who will be involved are the scrum master, product owner. These are the three roles that we have in the scrum. Okay, so there are three roles. We have 5 events. Okay, and the whole process looks like this. I mean, in general, making it in a diagrammatic way. Okay. So that's good. Okay, but the thing here is, okay, sir, what is my role in the all these things? Because as a Scrum Master, what I need to do as a Scrum Master, what is my role in all these type of things? Okay, no, your role in this particular sprint planning is okay. I'm just going to take it to the notepad and show it to you. 1 minute. Mhm. Sorry. Any questions here? Any questions?
Hey, hi, this is Sampath.
Yes. Yes.
Just today only have joined. Anything I got missed yesterday's how to.
Yeah, we were talking about the career growth in the Scrum. We were talking about how, I mean, previously, like how actually it used to work in the IT field and the waterfall model, and we compared that with Agile. Okay, and just today, like we have not started. I'm just giving you uh, the intro on the role. What does a Scrum Master do, and what is a sprint, and what is a Scrum all about? Okay.
Okay.
So, I mean, of course, like I will, in the end, like I will also give you a brief info, no problem. So I'm
Sure.
just going to explain because, like, yeah, thank you. So I just want you to understand, like, where do we stand as a Scrum Master? Because we have so many, we have 5 events. Okay, so there are 3 roles in the Scrum. Okay, one is product owner, which is not you. One other one is Scrum Master, that is you, and there is another called as development team. Okay, so this team is called as a Scrum team. Okay, what the Scrum team consists of? This some Scrum team consists of these 3 people. Okay, okay, one, two, three: product owner, Scrum Master, and development team. Product owner is a person who is more interested in the product related information. He has a knowledge on that. He's very good and he knows what is the market demand, what features are to be included for the releases and in the sprints. Okay, so he has a fair knowledge on the product. Okay, then other guy is Scrum Master, that is you. Okay, and we will discuss about that his role and the developer team. Okay, the development team consists of mixed variety of people. Okay, people in the sense technological people, where you may have, depending upon the need of the okay, on the product, you can have a QA people, you can have developers, you can have DB or cloud, whoever it is, infra, whatever. So it is not just related to it, but you need uh, for people who are very good at doing that. Okay, they are very high skilled team. Okay, because you are doing projects for 15 days, you are doing project for 30 days, you are not doing it for 6 months. Okay, so if you employ a person who is not at good at something, you not train him and make him work for 15 days, right? Because for him the learning curve will all be greater than that. So you will be employing those team members who are very skilled at. So the development team is the collection or the people who are very skilled at that particular technology. So you will be selecting those people only because you want something to be developed very soon. Okay, so that's what you need to consider. So these are the three roles which are present in the Scrum, and as the Scrum Master, next thing that we have is 5 events as discussed. The 5 events is one is sprint, the container event. Okay, and in this container event we have four things. One is sprint planning, another one is daily Scrum, very important. Another one is sprint review, another one is retrospective. Okay, as I said, sprint planning is all about what task to take, okay, whom to assign, what is the priority of the tasks, okay, how to do that, everything you will sit and work together, okay. So all this sprint planning happens for 8 hours as discussed, okay. I mean, the Scrum Master, product owner, and development team is going to be there in this particular thing. Daily Scrum, this is only for developer team. Only they are going to be there in the call. If needed, Scrum Master can be there, but not a mandatory. Okay, this happens for 15 minutes. Review again 3 to 4 hours with the stakeholders, and the whole Scrum team is going to be there. Okay, sprint retrospective, you, the Scrum Master, product owner, as well as team members are going to be there. Okay, so these are the 5 events we have. So 3, 5, very good. Now let's come about your role. What does Scrum Master I need to do here? Now, okay, let us say like you are certified now and you got it, the Scrum Master job. Now the first thing that you will be doing in the sprint planning. Okay, so you will be there to facilitate this event. Okay? First thing is facilitate. What do you mean facilitate? You will send the mails to the product owner. You will send the mails to the stakeholders. You will send the mails to your team members. Okay, and saying that we are going to conduct certain thing called sprint planning meeting, which will happen on this particular day for all the whatever the product owner says to talk about. So you will give the agenda for this one and send the meeting request to you. Okay, so you will be there in the call. No, next, not only that, in the call, okay, if there are certain because like we are working on the user stories, sorry, tasks. Let us say till now, like let's go with the tasks only. So there are certain tasks which development team has to work on, right? But how to take the task, like how to prioritize the task, okay? What is the complexity? What is the priority? Okay, and estimation. These are these things, as a Scrum Master, you need to provide the information. Okay, how to do that, how to prioritize a particular task, how to give an estimate for this particular task. So all the information related to the task, the Scrum Master need to educate them. Okay, so you will play some games. You will be playing some not games, but yeah, the techniques. I can say you will inform the tech. You will give the information on the techniques which are used for this priority and estimation. Okay, you will help them, but you will be not assigning the task. No, Scrum Master doesn't assign any task. Okay, he will not uh, prioritize for the sake of development team. No, Nothing. You will be just helping them. That's it. You will be facilitating them. They have to take the decision. The development team has to take the decision. They have to assign themselves, okay, the tickets or the user stories. Okay. You are just responsible for helping them, okay, facilitating them, okay, making them understand how it should go, how to prioritize and how to estimate. Other than that, your role is not of, having a technical knowledge on the task that the team is going to work. Okay, don't put your head into this thing. Okay, we are not at all concerned. Okay, it's your headache. It's team's headache to take the tasks and understand their complexity, not your thing. Okay, you'll be just helping them out. That's it. Okay, it's not mandatory that you should know in and out of the technology. Let us say they are working on a Java project, and it's not necessary that as a Scrum Master, you should know in and out of the Java. No, nothing, no technology here. Okay, so only the techniques. You should explain them, you should help them, you should do whatever. On the sprint planning, your role is limited to that. Okay, before that, you should have the uh, team's availability plan, or it is called as leave plans or availability plan, whatever you say in your organization. You should collect that. Okay, you should have all the information related to the leave plans, whatever the leave availability, what you can say. Okay, and how the things are done. Okay, so on the high level only you need to know, not in detail. So the sprint planning, you'll be doing that part. Okay, next thing, you have a daily scrum. Now what you will do in the daily scrum? Practically, ideally speaking, as per the scrum guide, okay, you are not supposed, or your presence is not a mandatory. Scrum master presence is not a mandatory. He need not be there for the call, but he should educate. He should help the team. You should make them self managed. Okay, you should make them self managing, whatever, independent. Okay, okay. Even in your absence, their team should go ahead and conduct this daily scrum. Okay, so even in your absence, they should be able to do that. Okay. So it is not a mandatory for the Scrum Master to be there. Okay. But in some organization, because they feel that Scrum Master is not doing his job, the Scrum Master will be present just to record, okay, the task like they are doing on it. But it's up to the organization. Okay. If they are asking you to stay, okay, you go ahead and be there in the call. But your role is just to see things, okay, how they are doing it and all. Okay. And how the daily scrum is all about giving the, or it is just to know the progress of the work. Okay, so how you are going ahead, are you having any problems, what you have done today, what has been completed, okay, what is stopping you, the impediments. So all these things will be discussed in the daily scrum, and they will be recorded somewhere in a tool. And here we use Jira. So in the Jira we will record everything. Okay, so like if the one of the task is completed, we will move it from in progress to done. If it is not, then we'll be doing that we'll be keeping that in progress. So Scrum Master does to help the team, but in general, the development team by themselves can do that. Okay. So your role in the daily Scrum is to just be uh, see if there are any impediments, and impediments are nothing but blockers that are stopping your work, and help the team. Okay, help the team. Okay. If it comes to your notice, then help the team, or if they do by themselves, that's fine. You should be very, you are, because you should make them self-managing, right? So train them to do that. Okay. Next, Scrum Master role in a sprint review. Again, facilitate a meeting, call the product owner, call the development team, call the stakeholders. Okay, stakeholders are very important here because in the review meeting, you will showcase the working software. Okay, so the working software is like, the customer is asked to create a website or a page at least, so that he can log in and see the browse the products. But your development team, what they have done is like they just made a PowerPoint presentation and said like, yeah, is going to look like this, and we are working on it. No, this is not a sprint review. In the sprint review, you should have working software that should be work. I mean, it should simulate. I mean, it should be simulated. It should be emulated as if it's working. Okay. So when you click on something and he enters the user ID and password and clicks enter, it should be, going to some page and showcasing that particular page. So it should not be a PowerPoint presentation or a mere documentation. Okay. So Scrum Master make sure that it should, before going to the review meeting, you should make sure that everything is working and everything is in proper place, because otherwise the essence will be lost. Okay. So this is going to happen for 3 to 4 hours. Mandatory people are all these people. Okay. You along with your development team, along with the Scrum team, along with the stakeholders. When I say Scrum team, product owner, Scrum Master, and development team. Okay. Next, the last thing that we have is sprint retrospective meeting. Again, what we will do in the sprint retrospective? This is daily sprint review, right? Okay, this is sprint retrospective. What you will do in the retrospective now? Everything is released. Okay, you have worked on the few of the tasks. Let us say 5 to 10 tasks, and you have released. It is in production now. But somehow, during these 15 days or 30 days, you might have felt something bad. You might have felt like something was not working perfectly. Okay, something should you should improve. Okay, something you can continue. So there will be certain games in the retrospective to involve all the team members. Okay, in the retrospective meeting, we are actually asking the feedback from the our development team. Okay, they might have faced so many issues right during the initial start. So the retrospective meeting is all about taking the feedback. So this should be an anonymous if they feel like insecure, or it could be a game type of thing, like everyone involves and give their feedback. Okay, the things that will be discussed in retrospective meeting are what actually went well, where to improve. Okay, what to continue and what to stop, something like this. Okay, so there are few games like you can these few games can be played in the retrospective game. Okay, and you will be facilitating those things. You will be helping the team members understand this game. Okay, and played accordingly. Okay, these are not games but activity type of thing that you can say, activities. Okay, so that you can mention. So your role in all these type of things is to facilitate. Okay, facilitate, make the things happen and all. So wherever they are stuck, you need to help them. Okay, now do you see anywhere here like there is some any technical thing that is involved? No. Yes. So you don't see any technical thing. Okay, only technical thing in the sense like you will there is nothing like technical also. The Jira tool is going to be there where you will in the Jira also there is a Jira tool which where you can see monitor the progress of the work. Okay, it is like again a dashboard type of thing where you will have uh, the task which will be to do part. Yeah, maybe a little bit small. I will just make it more. What happens here is so in the Jira dashboard you will have your project and you will have some to-do list, in progress list, and done. Okay. So whatever you are working on, whatever development team, not you, your development team is working on, everything will be listed as a something like this with the description. Okay, the ticket name, some numbers. Okay, so that will be in to do. Okay, in progress and done. Okay, you can have some other thing also in between, UAT testing, whatever. That's up to your corporate template. Accordingly, that will be developed by your Jira admin in your organization. We will not, your Scrum Masters are not Jira admins. Please remember, we are just there to, give the information to the Jira admin to create this particular Jira board. Okay, for your project. That's it. Okay. So whatever, we'll talk about that in the upcoming things. So every day, like probably your development team may come here and see like, yeah, today in the daily Scrum, the development is says that on the task 1, 2, 3, 4. one of the team member will say like, I'm working on this one, so I will move this into the in progress part. Okay. So it will be moved. It's just drag and drop. Okay. You need not worry about this thing. Of course, the second one is also going to say like, I'm working on the to do. From to do, it is going to move into the in progress. And third one also like it's going to be on this in progress. Okay. And let us say fourth and fifth also are working parallel. Now, everything is in progress now. So we have five tickets in progress. Okay. So in these five tickets, we have with estimations. Okay. Estimations are also going to be there. So whatever. So as a Scrum Master, your job is to come in the morning and see like how many tickets are there which are in progress, which are done, and which are in to do. Okay. Let us say today you have come, but yesterday itself, Mr. One has completed one user story and he has moved into done. Okay. And so today morning that status is like one of the thing is completed. Okay. And by evening, like if you see, maybe the second is also completed. The one and two are completed. So you will see the status as in the Jira, two completed, three in progress. Okay. And accordingly, there will be some graphs that showcase this one. Okay. So there will be some graphs which will say that you are ideally like this, but some are being okay. We will talk about the graphs which will be there, and it is very easy to interpret. So you need not worry. There will be no technical thing which will be involved here. So it is just a graph that you need to understand. The graphs are very easy to understand. Hope if you know about the market situation, Sensex stocks, something. If it goes up, you can say, yeah, it is going up and it's trending. If it is coming down, it is down trending, something like that. Okay. Ideally, it should be something like this, but it is something like this. Then you can infer something, which we'll discuss as a part of this. So there is no technology also here involved. Okay. And every feature is like a drag and drop. And you will not work anything on the Jira. You will not create anything Jira. You do not have access to create the Jira board because only the Jira admins can do that. I have access, and you need to contact Jira admin to give access. Okay. So for anything, you need to contact the Jira admin. That's it. You'll just make use of the board. So you will not create anything. You will not do anything. Okay. You may assign if you get admin access, but the development team by themselves are going to take the tickets and assign to themselves. Okay. Scrum Master job is something, it's like that sits on it doesn't touch anything. Okay. They won't, as such, are not involved in deep. Okay. Only thing that you need to understand is how the process are, what are the processes which are involved. If there is something in violation, then you need to make them work accordingly. And not only that, few things like the games, the techniques that are involved in each and every event. So that covers, I mean, almost the role of a Scrum Master in a present working scenario. Okay, any questions that you have heard from someone and you're having any doubts?
Yeah, just okay.
Yes. Yes, Sampath, your voice is not audible.
Okay. No, no, I thought as someone is asking. That's the reason just I stopped.
Oh, no, no one is.
Yeah, just you said that one word is a prioritize, right? So
Mm.
prioritize means the Scrum Master should have the knowledge on the project or any skill. So then only just he can do the prioritize, right? How that will be
Yeah,
happen?
yeah. See, I came from, let us say I came from this particular thing called a Java background. Okay, I'm not sure of any other technology.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let us say some other technology I've been into and they got some issues in, or they are developing something, making use of some new software which I'm not worried about. Okay. Now I am aware of the prioritization techniques that I know. Okay. Let us say I have one, two, three, four, five, six tasks. Okay. And let us say like product owner says like how much time it's going to take this for particular task one and two. Then the development team should be aware of this thing. Okay. They can say that this task one involves these many things. Maybe uh, I can say like it will take one day, but we are not calculating in one day. We'll calculate in some other way. Okay. But development team member or team lead will say that it is going to take one day. The second one is going to take 2 days. Okay. That's good. But If the development team leader is experienced guy, then he can say 1 day. If he's not experienced guy, let us say he has no knowledge on the estimation part. Okay, how to deal with that things. Okay, now your Scrum Master should help them. Okay, there comes in the Scrum guide, whatever you prioritize, whatever you estimate. Okay, this all comes from your, the thing is called, it is called as empirical process. That means, or it is called something like, with your experiences. Okay, so with your own experiences, you will compare your task with other tasks and see like how much estimate you can give. Probably today, so this is called as relative estimation. So Scrum Master is going to help them to come up with a relative estimation. Okay, let us say for creating one text box, you might have taken 1 hour. Okay, and you will estimate that with the present one, and I'll say like, yeah, if this is in the same thing, you give 1 hour estimate for this particular thing. Okay, if not, you make it little bit more. You give a relative estimate. Let us say 3 hours. Okay, depending upon the experience, depending upon this thing. So the Scrum Master role is to make them understand like how estimate has to be done. Okay, you will help them understand that. So the priority wise also, this estimation, the prioritization also, like upon, like there are so many things which are involved in the prioritization. uh, so there are so many models also involved. So he's going to give them a fair knowledge on that things and make them understand and prioritize accordingly. Okay. Or the product owner himself can give the priority. That's up to them. But the estimation purely comes from the knowledge that they have. Okay. With the experiences that they have. Okay. Unless otherwise it is a new team. But anyhow, the Scrum Master is going to help them with these particular techniques. There are few techniques in the estimation techniques which we will discuss.
Okay. So, and one more is just you mentioned waterfall model and
Mm,
Six Sigma, any kind of.
mm,
So, how is this something related to here, or it's a parallel thing? Like, okay, Scrum Master is a different, waterfall is a different, is something like that, or is it just
mm,
upgraded model on waterfall model? This one, how
mm.
Arjun?
Waterfall model is, let us differentiate that. Okay, we'll understand. Waterfall model and the Scrum or Agile, that is Agile. Okay, in the Agile, yes, Shravan, you can ask a question. You can
Yeah,
unmute.
once, yeah. One more thing, a small doubt. So
Mm,
actually, here, once project is done, is the role of
mm.
the Scrum Master is done for that, or like we need to search for another project, or organization itself will be doing for that?
Okay, got it. See, my project is to develop one laptop. Okay, or my project is to create a one, not laptop, to create a website. Okay, now you will not develop one website or a laptop in 1 week or 1 month. Okay, so even the customer will also not, will not say to develop that. He will give certain time period. Let us say 6 months, but in that 6 months, he wants something to do develop for every 2 weeks. Got it. So every 2 weeks he wants a something. So today you
Mm,
may be developing one screen. Tomorrow another. 2 weeks after that you will develop another screen. But no, for every 2 weeks you will develop some screen features and all. So the features you will be releasing that in every 2 weeks or in a sprint. And at the end of the 6 month, your whole product is going to come. Okay. Now till
yeah.
that particular thing you are going to work on it. That's for sure. Of course, after
Mm.
that, yes, you get another project and you need to work on.
So yeah, another
Yes,
project in the
yes.
should be going through any interview again within the
Uh,
organization.
yeah, in an organization, it's not like that. You will have a very big projects altogether, where across for so many years like that. So
Mm.
don't say. I mean, you don't worry about the time. Okay. So once you got
Okay.
that into one cycle, it will be easy for you for the next cycle. Okay. I mean, one project is over for 6 months. Next project is going to be a cakewalk because you know everything, right?
Yeah.
So it won't be an issue, like you need not again struggle to go for interview or go for something like that. It's going to be very easy and not an issue.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. And the waterfall, sorry for that. Waterfall model, which I was saying, yes, it is a different type where you are, let us say, you are pretty sure like I want a particular thing to be developed with these particular constraints. That's it. You are not worried about the market. You are not worried about the market. You are not worried about the demand in the market. Okay. I want only something with some specific features. I want that to be developed in 6 months. Then go for waterfall. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But Agile is not the case. In Agile, we have changing requirements because the market is varying. Okay. It is changing. Today you have one Uber app. Okay. In that Uber app, you have some new features added and something you want to add in within next week itself. Then go for Agile because it can't happen in waterfall. Okay.
It's something dynamic changes, whatever.
Dynamic changes happen in Agile, not in waterfall, because waterfall is something like once you complete one step and then go for the next step. Okay. So something like that, it's going to change or it's happen. Whereas in this case, it is not like this. It is something like this, which we have shown.
Okay.
Develop, release, develop, release, develop, release. That's
Okay.
got it?
Yeah.
Fine.
So is it just a coordination between product team and development team, right? As just whatever just you told initially.
Sorry, can you come in? It's an interaction.
No, is it a correct statement like the Scrum Master role is a coordination between product team and development team?
Yeah, yes, perfect. Yes. Is going to be in between with this team, higher management and the development team.
Okay, so then how can he ask the question unless he's having the any knowledge on the whatever the project we are working, right?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
No, it's a coordination means then we have to ask the questions product team and as well as the development team. So if you don't have the knowledge in the project skill or something, whatever, until unless we are not having that one, how we can do both the teams?
Yeah, that's what I mean. See, earlier it was mostly the project management which was into picture. Okay, project management principles or whatever.
Right, right.
So later everything got changed. Now we don't rely on. We are not into this particular thing like because like we have very short duration release cycles, right? We need not go in depth of the project things because the features are very small now. Okay. So very smaller things like that doesn't involve any lot of time and effort here. It is very short.
Okay, so just only we as a Scrum Master, we looks only for the release. How many releases we have done within the time period? That's it.
Within that particular yes, as per the
But
need of the customer. Yes.
oh, okay, 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 okay,
So that will be for shorter duration.
okay. So it's almost like project manager role, just we sense like, or any difference is that even
Project management role is across the project. Okay, it is. I mean, till you, it's something like much beyond. The Scrum Master role is just limited to this thing. That's it.
okay,
So something like project manager, if you come into picture, I will mention right from the initiation to
yeah,
closure.
yeah,
The Scrum Master is going to come where in between here. Okay. So you will be not involved in the initiation. You will not be into the planning part. Okay. There are so many processes involved in the project management. Right. Here you will be involved only
execution.
after the yes, it's at the part of the execution and a planning before that. But this planning is not this sprint planning. Okay. The sprint planning is different and the project planning is different. So where you have the SOWs, you will be not involved. You will not be involved in any other
Correct,
documentation
correct, correct,
related to
correct,
PMO,
correct.
nothing like that.
Yeah, I got
You
it.
will be into purely something else. Okay.
Yeah. So in the execution plan only, just I'm talking. Okay. So in the
Yes.
execution
Yes.
plan, where how project manager and the Scrum Master will work. So Scrum Master has to ask the take the updates, daily update or weekly, some whatever. So he has to take update from
Project
project
management.
manager or from the development team directly.
Okay. Project management. So many Scrum Masters may work under that particular project and they may report one project manager. Okay. And yeah, development team. There will be one development team working under one Scrum Master. I mean, multiple Scrum Masters can be okay. So yeah, the Scrum Master can initiate this. can talk to the project management on this one.
Okay. Yeah, now I got it. The hierarchy. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So for just you mentioned for every meeting time, just you're mentioning some timings, right? Okay, this is for 15 minutes. This is a 20 minutes. So
Yes.
is that a fixed time? Is that
Yes.
Oh.
As per the Scrum guide, yes, mandatory. Scrum guide, yes. We are going to download that in the next class, and we go through that particular content. So we should follow about that particular thing. If not, then that is an anti-pattern that should be brought back to the this thing. So yes.
So okay. Then in that case, so as per that timings, we should have a plan in share.
Right.
Itself.
Yes.
These are the things just we have
because like we don't want to make things complex. We don't want to make it. If you increase the timeline, the complexity will arise, the time will increase, cost will be increasing, the budget issues, so many things. Okay, we have. So that's why like these agile principles have come into picture, and the way of working is made different. So that's it. Okay. Yes, Kumar, we will take the call and hand over to the next batch. Yes, sorry. Yeah, you can, Kumar, you can talk. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, Kumar, your voice is not audible. Okay. So in the next class, we are going to go ahead with the registered participants. So if you are interested, you can enroll or inside.
So when
We'll
compared
connect.
to one question, it's when compared to project manager, the Scrum Master, how the salaries will be there? It's
Yes. The salary wise, you will not be into the Scrum Master role for lifelong, right? You will again scale up your this thing. So you can be into a product owner, you can be a PSPO, that is product management related. Okay, I mean the roles are, it will be.
So next level. So
You can't compare with a project manager. That's a role is different.
Okay.
Because it is a wider scope thing.
Okay.
But you will be understanding the process, people, and the management, and it will make easier your job to move into that role. This will be a stepping type of thing. Sorry, a stepping stone to go into the management roles.
Okay. So the next level he can go to project.
Yes.
Kind
Yeah, anything, project management, product owner. Okay, a safe agilist or safe agile coach, a release time engineer, something. So many things are there. Yes.
It's not only for software, right? It's any kind of industry.
No, agile is purely into the IT. We have certainly other things for the other industry, but yeah, for IT, it's Scrum.
Only for
Yes.
IT. Okay.
Yeah. I need to put a hard stop. We can connect on Monday if needed. But they have other session actually.
Sure. No, thanks for your clarification. Yeah.
Thank you.
Got the good
Thank you all. Thank you.